That's fine. How old are you? All right. So what do you got for me? Why not? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why should an average man get a fat woman? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about. No, 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 no. I want to talk about the shape.
average average
So
men,
what she's saying is she does.
they
What she's basically saying is to be with a high value man, you gonna have to have a good physique for a size 4 or 6. But if a woman is average, or she wants to get with an average man, she doesn't have to be that. She can be what? What can she be?
I'm not saying like obese, but I'm just saying average men usually their standards are lower than high
Yeah,
value
and
man.
we're changing that. We're changing that. We're changing that. So no. Why should an average no? Why should an average man deal with a woman that weighs? Where are you from?
New York.
What is the average
I
height
was
and what is the average height and weight of a black woman in America?
I would say 185 6
180 and what?
and 5'6".
5'4", 187. What is the average height of a man?
I would say 5'8".
5'9". How much does he weigh? Average man.
I would say 210.
No, absolutely
Uh,
not. They weigh 182 pounds.
oh, Evan, I was also wondering if you can give me a rating. I would really
No, no,
like
you don't
that.
want to be on camera. I'm not going to do that. You got to be on camera for that.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
Okay, but I want you to go back. Why should a man who is 5'9", 185 pounds, be okay with a woman who's average height 5'4" and 185 pounds?
Yeah,
Make
that's
that
actually a
make
good
that
point.
make that make sense.
I would say a high value man, they obviously work hard in their
I
life
know,
to
no,
get
I
the
want to
things.
know why an average man should accept a woman who is average height and he's average height and he's average weight. Why should a man accept a woman who is obese? 5'4", 185 pounds is obese.
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
Well, that's what you came in and said, ma'am. You said, okay, if you're going to high value man, that's one thing. But an average man, because he doesn't have the high value leverage, he should accept the average woman. No. Why are average women so fat?
I don't know.
And we're having a conversation. So why do you think that a man who's an average earner should accept that?
He didn't work as hard as a high value man.
So he's penalized for being average.
Mm, no.
You're not making any sense, man, but I'm listening. Your argument's not very good.
Yeah, I don't have an answer.
Uh, did you know your grandmother?
Yes.
Did you know, was she 185 pounds or more?
No.
Then why all of a sudden are women born in this country who can look back in their family genealogy and see the women back in the 40s and 50s and 60s and before that were the size of women? Why should men who were back then, men didn't even go to college back then. Most guys had a high school education at best and worked manual labor jobs, but they got women who were the size of a woman.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't really know what to say.
No, I don't understand. You came in and you said this. Make it make sense.
Hmm. Times changed. America
Times change.
has an
What is that?
obesity problem.
No,
America has an
no, America
obesity
doesn't have an
problem. So,
obesity problem. No, no, no. So listen to what you're saying. Men should accept this stuff because women chose to get fat and don't work out. They're not exercising. They're not watching their diet. They're not doing what men want. So men should accept it. And I want you guys to understand it. What she won't say is, you better accept this because if you don't, you ain't got nothing else. Guys, stop having sex with overweight women. Leave them alone. Because as long as somebody will have sex with her, women like her will think that you should just accept this. Do you see non-black men accepting women that are bigger than them, ma'am? Average non-black men?
no.
So I guess you're saying that black men deserve overweight women. Go ahead and say it loud and proud. Tell the black men that you deserve this because you're not rich. Tell them. The floor is yours. No, don't cover your mouth. Tell them loud and proud.
I guess if you're being blunt,
If you're being blunt, what?
translating what I'm saying, I guess I am saying that.
Mm-hmm. Do you like black men?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. How can you say, do you love black men?
Yes.
How can you say you like and love black men if you're telling them they should accept this? You just came up here and told black men that they should accept what other races of men won't accept. And then y'all, out of y'all same mouth, y'all will say y'all like and love us.
Hmm.
How about this?
No.
How about if the black men decided, how about if the black men who were average started just dating average white women or average Hispanic women or average Middle Eastern women who were just average weight? How about if black men started dating women strictly based upon weight? And women above a certain weight, they would not accept. Like women above 145 pounds were ruled out for dating, mating, relationships, everything. Would that be acceptable to you if black men started doing that?
No.
Why not?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's not fair.
No, I'm saying why would that not be acceptable?
It's not nice to date someone just because of their
I don't
weight.
give a shit about nice. It's not nice to have it's not nice to tell a black man that you got to deal with an obese woman just because you black.
I guess.
No guess, man. We're having a conversation. I'm challenging your logic. And you say you like black men, you love black men, but do you like black men more than you care about black women's feelings? That's not an answer.
No, honestly.
So you care about black women's feelings more than you care about black men.
Yes.
All right. She's your enemy, gentlemen. She's your enemy. Yes, ma'am, you're my enemy. Yep. That's an enemy. That's an enemy. You care more about somebody's feelings than you care about a whole person.
Mm.
Okay, if I am I maybe I mean what would you call it?
Mm.
You care more about black women's feelings than you care about black men. But you said you liked and love black men. So are you on the side of men or are you on the side of women?
I guess woman.
Okay.
I guess woman.
Okay, cool. And when I said, what if black men started dating women solely based upon weight first? Is it impossible for black women to be under 145 pounds? Is it impossible?
No.
Okay, so it's possible. Is it
Yes.
possible for the average woman, black woman, to be fit?
Possible or impossible?
No, is it possible?
Yes.
You mean kind of like your grandmother and the woman before her? So if black
Yes.
men started dating women on weight first, that does not mean black women would have to automatically be excluded. Now, does it?
You're right.
So this is why when y'all say y'all like black men, y'all love black men, we don't believe you
Hmm.
because your actions and a simple line of reasonable questioning shows that y'all don't really give a shit about us.
Wow.
Ma'am,
Hate that it appears that way.
ma'am, it doesn't appear that way. Tell me how you caring more about black women's feelings more than about black men appears differently. I'm willing to hear it. You said I care more about how black women feel than I care about black men. You go back and listen to it. It was very clear.
I guess because I'm a black woman, I feel like a black man would do the same. He cares more about his peers and black men than the feelings of a black woman. I'm not saying that's an
No,
excuse,
no,
but
no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying,
no, 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 no. Your feelings are something that you're responsible for your feelings. Who's responsible for your feelings?
me.
So caring about how somebody feels is pointless when they can change their feelings. But you care more about the feelings of black women in general than you care about black men being.
Mm. Mm.
So how long you been in the KKK or neo-Nazi party?
Oh,
I
no.
say that jokingly, but there are some people who say that, I mean, you just said that you care more about feelings than a man. And it's solely because you're a woman. But then you did say you like and love black men. But then I give you chances to show what you really think about us, and you identify with caring about what women think. And then when I ask you, you try to do some judo talking about, well, because I want black men to care about our feelings. I think black men care too much about your feelings. And this is
Mm.
part of the reason why we're in the position we're in, because caring so much about your feelings has allowed so many of our women to be in the state they're in.
Yeah.
187 pounds, man.
Me, I'm 5'11", 170 something. So for me,
That's
it's
still
different. I'm really
that's still
tall.
too much. That's still too much.
Mm.
That's still too
Well,
much. It's closer, but still too much.
mm.
Let me bring some more people into the conversation. But I mean, you get the point that they don't care about.
Yeah.
They care more about each other than they care about us, gentlemen. This is what it comes down to. They care. If it comes down to average woman siding with women or men that are going to side with with women. But I'm going to ask you a question, sis. Seriously. Okay. All right. If every other race of women, when it comes down to it, sides with their men, but if black women side with each other first over the men, who builds the societies? Do the men or do the women do the hard work, the heavy lifting, the infrastructure? Who builds that?
The men, yeah, for sure,
Okay.
the men.
So, how do black women like yourself, who are siding for women over men, propose that we surpass any other group, that we outperform, outbuild? If it's going to be we side with women first, how are y'all going to beat other cultures?
Yeah, if that's the case, we can't collab and build, if it stays like this.
No, we can't collab and build because y'all won't side with us first. You care about what women think first or feel first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you another question that's going to show up tomorrow. So if a black man is, like in this conversation, is wanting to marry, build a family, build a legacy, and get on with the process of building a better black family and community, and we don't have enough black women who are fit to be wives, do you support him marrying a white woman?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You think
Because
most
I've
women?
dated.
No, okay, I get it. Cause all right, you see the inference though.
I do, yes.
And I'm being hyperbolic because nothing that I'm asking women to do is outside of their capability. Last question. If black men all of a sudden went, black men all of a sudden all disappeared from the earth in one snap, and the only men left were non-black men, not culturally tied to you in any kind of way, would black women have to change if they wanted to survive, procreate, and build?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Most other races don't really tend to get with black women now because of how majority of us are. But I also feel there's a stereotype for black women, how we're loud and ratchet, but a lot of us aren't that way.
But what I don't understand is why you wouldn't just hold the same position you held at the beginning and say that non-black men should just accept it. You expect the black men to just accept it. Why don't you think a non-black man should just accept it?
Well, they usually don't.
But why? Why don't you hold? I know that, but why don't you have the same position? Why did your position change from non-black men for black men?
Usually the standards are different with each. So
I get it.
non-black.
I get it. But even if black men had standards, you still said black men should just accept it.
Well, I originally said average men, not black men.
Well, we were talking
should accept
average or not, but we got here the same way because the average woman doesn't weigh 187 pounds. Why? See, I want you guys to understand that if what she won't say is, we expect you guys to accept it because you traditionally have accepted it. And if we stop accepting this shit, they would have to change because they would not come to non-black men with children, obesity, and attitude. Any of those things. Any of those things or in any combination, if they went to other races of men, they know they would have to, quote unquote, come correct for even the lowest of those men. but yet the highest of us, they expect us to just accept it.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. You don't expect that from the high value men because we make more money and things like that. That only makes the argument worse, man. Go ahead. Jessica, unmute yourself.
Hi, Mr. Samuel.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Are you single or are you married?
Married.
All right. So what do you got for me? You're married?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you got for the conversation?
Well, I'm chiming in. I'm here with my parents. They're listening in. And we didn't like the question about why does the average man have to settle for a fat woman?
They did not like that question? What was wrong with it?
Or we wanted to elaborate. Because are you saying like a less than average man has less options?
I never said that. I didn't say that an average man should accept a fat woman. The lady did. Are you saying that an average man should accept an average woman?
I mean, that's just not a good question, right? Because I thought you were asking why should an average man date a fat woman, pretty much.
Well, our average women are different, but in our community, our average women overweight.
Yeah.
So.
What's wrong? Yeah.
So should an average should an average black man accept an average black woman in this case?
Absolutely.
No.
Why not?
Because our average women are below average when it comes to physical health.
At this point, it just sounds like entertainment. You got to be real.
It's not entertainment, ma'am. It's not entertainment, ma'am. Hold on. Check that. It's not entertainment. I want you to go back into the 40s and the 50s and the 20s and the 30s, and I want you to find me the average women that were 190 pounds.
Okay. I guess I'll do a little research, but it
Excuse
just
me?
doesn't seem realistic at all.
Huh?
It doesn't seem realistic. It doesn't seem realistic at all.
So we say that men today who are more educated than my grandfather and the men before us should get less because women have become lazy.
That's not the only reason people are.
I don't care. I don't, ma'am. Here's the thing. Let me be clear. I don't give a shit why women are overweight. I don't care. Whatever the reason is, it's your problem. Did you not also hear the woman say, did you also not hear the woman say that if all black men snapped off the earth tomorrow, that if the same average women that you are expecting to get with average black men, if those same black women wanted to get a man, they would have to change. Did you hear her say that?
No, that's not true.
Yes, they would.
That is not true.
Yes, they would. You think the average white man would date a 100 and marry a 190 pound, 5'4" woman?
Absolutely.
Why? When he can marry his woman, when he can marry a woman that's average height and white.
You can find a nice, submissive, educated, rich. She can find a nice sexual.
See, what I want you guys to understand, what I want you guys to understand is this is how little they think of black men. Ma'am, why would a white man choose, if he has the choice between a average white woman who's average height and average weight for a white woman, why would he choose a black woman who's average height and average weight? All things being equal.
It's a new day.
That is not an answer. And I'm trying to give you the respect of being a married woman, but you cannot come to me with this BS. It's not a new day. An average white woman, average height, average weight, weighs less. An average black woman, average height, average weight. All things being equal, you're saying that a white man would marry that black woman at the same rates he would marry the white woman.
It's a new day.
It's not a new day, man. Ma'am, I'm going to say it's a new day. What does that mean?
I know white men that marry average.
I don't care, man. Use my example. I don't want to talk about your anecdotal, what you know. I gave you the example. You keep saying it's a new day. What does a new day mean?
All the black men are gone.
There's new options for black
Ma'am,
women.
if John is right here and Keisha and Kathy both want to marry John, Keisha and Kathy are equal in every, listen, before you say anything, you cannot overtalk me. Keisha and Kathy are equal in every way except Kathy weighs an average white woman and Keisha weighs an average black woman. There's a substantial weight difference. You're saying that the average white man would choose Keisha and Kathy at the same rates.
He's gonna want that booty. It's popular to get booty.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. This is what's wrong. This is what's wrong. This is stupid. This is stupid. That doesn't even happen today, ma'am. If that was the truth, white men would be, if that was the truth, white men would be wifing up average black women every day. You're disingenuous, ma'am. You're disingenuous. You're disingenuous. You're disingenuous. You're disqualified. Nope. And I try to give married women, but no, that's ignorance. See, look at how much they're gonna stick to the point to be right. It's a new day. It's a new day. Well, if that's the case, then why aren't black women marrying white men or non-black men? They don't want overweight women. They don't, especially when their culture doesn't. This is the thing, black men. You need to understand that we have allowed this to happen to the point to where this married woman is sitting here arguing this illogical point. Black people are not predetermined to be obese. Go back and look at your grandmothers, your great grandmothers. This is a married woman sitting here saying this shit. Insane. This is why I say, as black men, we need to stop dealing with women who are physically, don't be rude to them, don't be mean to them, but ignore them. Not ignore them. If you work with them, get your job done. But in your personal life, they don't exist. And women will change. Because that's exactly what would happen if all black men cease to exist. The very women we're talking about would have to change if they wanted male attention.
Yes. Wow. This shit is crazy, man. It is crazy. The fact that they are able to come into these type of conversations to say these things about black men. It's just the simple fact that we as black men have accepted these things and it has become the norm to them. And ask a question of, if all black men happen to disappear from this earth, average white men, will they accept average black men that are obese? And the answer is, if you get a booties popping and blah blah blah, white men don't mostly give a damn about booties or something. They don't. They really don't. If you have it, that's fine. But they're more interested in how fit you are. Do you have big stomach? Those are the things they first of all look at. Your facial looks, how you look facially. Those are the things they look at first. They don't look at whether you have boobs or booties, whatever the case is. They don't operate that way. And even high value black men don't operate the same way. They don't check whether you get big booties or they don't check it. But our women said the reason why they go on to do these BBLs is just the simple fact that they think that these are the things that is going to get them high value men. The fact that average men has been relegated to getting fat wives says a lot about our women. How will you equate being an average man to fatness? How do you do that? But like he was saying, they have little to no respect for black men, and we as black men is part of the problem. We've been accepting these mediocrity kind of, looks, and they kind of think that we really appreciate it. And pretty much so, you hear some black men talking about he got big booties and these things. We are the one that is magnifying it to look like it is something that we really love, cherish, and appreciate. It's good to have it. I mean, it's fine. It's okay. It makes you look beautiful. It makes you look sexy. That's fine. And we are not against it. But don't make it look like it is your leverage when it comes to getting men. It is something to justify your obesity. And the other lady was talking about if all black men were to disappear from this planet, the other one, they will have to change their ways. So it means they understand that black men are just going to accept them for who they are, whatever they've been, no matter their sizes. Black men, we are going to like it. We are going to just appreciate it. We are going to take it. And these type of women are the same women that kind of see black men with other races of women and they kind of jealous. They kind of throw tantrums and all these things. And it's not supposed to be the case, right? She said something. She cared about black women feelings over black men, and that was a huge statement. That was a big statement towards black men. You care about someone's feeling that you are 100% in charge of. I can decide to feel any way that I want to feel, right? Someone can decide to make me annoyed, make me angry, and I'll decide not to be angry. I can choose not to. But the well-being of a person, you have to give a shit about it. You have to care about someone's well-being. And he talked about how do you build a society when the women are navigating towards each other and leaving the men behind. You as a woman is supposed to be supporting your man. You are supposed to be pushing your men to be okay mentally, physically, and everything to build the world that you want to live in. But because somehow, some way, black women kind of think that the world is built by everybody. They are all inclusive and nobody's building and nobody's following. But like it or not, men are building, women are just following. That's what it is. That's what it boils down to. So if you cannot stay behind your men to push them, to motivate them, to inspire them and all these things, then you are not helping them to compete with other races of men. And this is the reason why black men are unable to compete with other races of men in certain levels. Because other races of women are behind their men, pushing them, inspiring them, supporting them in whatever ways possible. But you have a black woman that is, if she's making some coins, if she's making some sense, that makes her kind of heavy, that she could have used to support a black man, she will see herself as she don't need no man. She's black, strong, independent woman that don't need no man. A white lady wouldn't be like that. Okay, my husband is doing this. Let me use this amount of money that I'm making to support him build his empire. Black women aren't like that. And this lady has proven that in this video, saying that they care more about black women's feelings over black men well-being, and equating average black men to fatness is just hell of a crazy thing to do. I mean, the audacity. if this was to be a man making such statement about women, he would have been cancelled by now. Let's keep it all stark. But women can come on this show and try to say all sort of shit that is just kind of, I mean, distracting to hear about men, not just men in general. I would say black men because it's mostly our black women that make this kind of comments and go freely. And that has been the norm. If it was to be the other way around, then mountains would have been moving. Mountains would have been moving. And it's what it is, man. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next video. I'm out and peace.